response: do not have a guilty person by being a serious witness. Do not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you give testimony in a lawsuit, do not pervert justice by sitting with the crowd, and do not show favoritism to the poor person in a lawsuit. If you come across your enemy's ox or donkey wandering off, be sure to return it. If you see the donkey or someone who hates you falling down under its load, do not leave it there. Be sure you have done with it. Do not deny justice to your poor neighbor in their lawsuit. Have nothing to do with a false charge, and do not put an innocent or honest person to death. For I will not appoint you guilty. Do not accept a bribe, for a bribe blinds those who see and twist the words of the innocent. Do not oppress a foreigner. You yourself know how it feels to be foreigners, because you were foreigners in Egypt. For 6 years you are to sow your field and harvest the crops. But during the seventh year, let the land lie up unplowed and unused. Then the poor among your people may get food from it, and the wild animals may eat what is left. Do the same with your vineyard and your olive grove. 6 days do your work, but on the seventh day do not work, so that your ox and your donkey may rest, and so that the slave born in your household and the foreigner living among you may be refreshed. Be careful to do everything I have said to you. Do not invoke the names of other gods. Do not let them be heard on your lips. Three times a year you are to celebrate a festival to me. Celebrate the festival of unleavened bread. For 7 days eat bread made without yeast, as I commanded you. Do this at the appointed time in the month of Abish. For in that month you came out of Egypt. No one is to appear before me empty-handed.
Celebrate the festival of harvest with, with the first fruits of the crop you sow in your field. Celebrate the festival of ingathering at the end of the year, when you gather in your crops from the field. 3 times a year, all the men are to appear before the sovereign Lord. Do not offer the blood of a sacrifice to me along with anything containing yeast. The fat of my festival offering must not be kept until morning. Bring the best of the first fruits of your soil to the house of Lord your God. Do not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. God angel to prepare the way. See, I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way and to bring you to the place I have prepared. Pay attention to him and listen to what he says. Do not rebel against him. He will not forgive your rebellion, since my name is in him. If you listen carefully to what he says and do all that I say, I will be an enemy to your enemies and will oppose those who oppose you. My angel will go ahead of you and bring you into the land of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hittites, and Jebusites, and I will wipe them out. Do not bow down before their gods or worship them or follow their practices. You must demolish them and break their sacred stone to pieces. Worship the Lord your God, and his blessing will be on your food and water. I will take away sickness from among you, and none will miscarry or be barren in your land. I will give you a full lifespan. I will send my terror ahead of you and throw into confusion every nation you encounter. I will make all your enemies turn their backs and run. I will send the honest ahead of you to drive the Hittite, Canaanites, and Hittite out of your way. But I will not drive them out in a single year, because the land would become desolate, and the wild animal the white animal too numerous for you. Little by little, I will divide them out before you until you have increased enough to take possession of the land.
I will establish your borders from the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Mediterranean Sea, and from the deserts to Euphrates River. I will give into your hands the people who live in the land, and you will try them out for you. Do not make a covenant with them or with their gods. Do not let them live in your land, and they will cause you to sin against me, because the worship of their gods will certainly be a snare to you. Exodus 24, the covenant confirmed. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. You are to worship as a distance with Moses alone to approach the Lord. The other must not come near, and the people may not come up with him." When Moses went and told the people all the Lord's word and laws, they responded with one voice, "Everything the God has said we will do." Moses then wrote down everything the Lord had said. We got up early the next morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain and set up 12 stone pillars representing the 12 tribes of Israel. Then he sent young Israel men, and they offered burnt offerings and sacrificed young bulls as fellowship offerings to the Lord. Moses took half of the blood and put it in a bowl, and the other half of his blood against the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it to the people. They responded, "We will do everything the Lord has said. We will obey." Moses took the blood, sprinkled it on the people, and said, "This is the blood of the covenant that the Lord has made with you, in accordance with all these words." Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel went up and saw the God of Israel. Under his feet was something like a firmament made of lapis lazuli, as bright blue as the sky. But God did not raise his hand against these leaders of the Israelites. They saw God, and they ate and drank. The Lord said to Moses, "Come to me on the mountain and stay here, and I will give you the tablets of stone with the law and commandments I have written for their instruction." Then Moses set out with Joshua his eye, and Moses went up on the mountain of God. He said to the elders, "Wait here for us until we come back to you. Aaron and Hur are with you, and anyone involved in a dispute can go to them." When Moses went up on the mountain, the cloud covered it.
And the glory of the Lord settled on Mount Sinai for 6 days. The cloud covered the mountain, and on the seventh day the Lord called to Moses from within the cloud. To the Israelites, the glory of the Lord looked like a consuming fire on top of the mountain. Then Moses entered the cloud as he went on up the mountain, and he stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. Chapter 25. Offering for the tabernacle. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites to bring me an offering. You are to receive the offering for me from everyone whose heart prompts them to give. These are the offerings you are to receive from them: gold, silver, and bronze, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and fine linen, goat hair, ram skins, dyed red, and another type of durable leather, acacia wood, olive oil for the light, spices for the anointing oil, and for the fragrant incense, and onyx stones and other things to be melted on the ephod and the breastpiece. Then have them make a sanctuary for me, and I will dwell among them. Make the tabernacle and all it finishing exactly like the pattern I will show you. The ark. Have them make an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, a cubit and a half wide, and a cubit and a half high. Overlay it with pure gold, both inside and out, and make a gold molding around it. Cast 4 gold rings for it, and fasten them to it 4 feet, with 2 rings on one side and 2 rings on the other. Then make poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Insert the poles into the ring on the side of the ark to carry it. The poles, the poles are to remain in the ring of this ark, and they are not to be removed.
Then put in the ark the tablets of the covenant law which I give you. Made in a tournament covered up to gold, 2.5 cubits long and a cubit and a half wide, and make 2 cherubim out of hammered gold at the end of the cover. Make one cherub on one end and the second cherub on the other. Make a cherubim of one piece with the cover at their two ends. The cherubim are to have their wings spread upward, overshadowing the cover with them. The cherubim are to face each other, looking toward the cover. Place the cover on top of the ark and put in the ark the tablets of the covenant law that I will give you. There, above the cover between the two cherubim that are over the ark of the covenant law, I will meet with you and give you all my commands for the Israelites. The table. Make a table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long, a cubit wide, and a cubit and a half high. Overlay it with pure gold and make a gold molding around it. Also make around it a rim or handgraph wide and put a gold molding on the rim. Make 4 gold rings for the table and fasten them to the 4 corners where the 4 legs are. The rings are to be close to the rim to hold the poles used in carrying the table. Make the poles of the acacia wood, overlay them with gold and carry the table with them. And make this plates and dishes of pure gold, as well as pitchers and bowls for the pouring out of offerings. Put the bread of creation on this table to be before me at all times.
The lampstand. Make a lampstand of pure gold. Hammer out base and shaft, and make it flower like cup, buds and blossom of one piece with them. 6 branches are to extend from the side of the lampstand, 3 on one side and 3 on the other. 3 cups shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossom are to be on the one branch, 3 on the next branch, and the same for all 6 branches extending from the lampstand. And on the lampstand there are to be 4 cups shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossom. 1 bud shall be under the first pair of branches extended from the lampstand, a second bud under the second pair, and the third bud under the third pair. 6 branches in all. The buds and branches shall all be of one piece with the lampstand. Hammer out of pure gold. Then make it 7 lamps and set them up on it so that they light and space in front of it. Its wick, streamer, and trays are to be of pure gold. A talent of pure gold is to be used for the lampstand and all these accessories. See that you make them according to the pattern show you on the mountain. The
And here, Exodus 26. Made a tabernacle with 10 curtains of finely twisted linen and blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, which cherubim woven into them by the skilled worker. All the curtains are to be the same size, 28 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. Transfire the curtains together and do the same with the other 5. Make loops of blue material along the edge of the end curtain in one set, and do the same with the end curtain in the other set. Make 50 loops on one curtain and 50 loops on the end curtains of the other set, with the loops opposite each other. Then make 50 gold clouds and use them to fasten the curtains together, so that the tabernacle is a unit. Make curtains of gold hair for the tents over the tabernacle, 11 altogether. All 11 curtains are to be the same size, 30 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. Join 5 the curtains together in one set and the other 6 into another set. Fold the 6th curtain double at the front of the tent. Make 50 loops along the edge of the end curtain in one set, and also along the edge of the end curtain in the other set. Then make 50 bronze slabs and put them in the loops to fasten the tank together as a unit. Narrow.
22. 12.
Okay. As for the additional length of the tank curtains, the half curtains that is left over is to hang down at the rear of the tabernacle. The tank curtains will be a bit longer on both sides. What is left will hang over the side of the tabernacle so as to cover it. Make for the tents a covering of ram skin dyed red, and over that a covering of the other durable leather. Make upright frames of acacia wood for the tabernacle.
Each frame is to be 10 cubits long and a cubit and a half wide, with two projections set parallel to each other. Make all the frames of the tabernacle in this way. Make 20 frames for the south side of the tabernacle and make 40 silver bases to go under them. Two bases for each frame, one under each projection. For the other side, the north side of the tabernacle, make 20 frames and 40 silver bases, two under each frame. Make 6 frames for the far end, that is the west end of the tabernacle, and make 2 frames for the corner at the far end. At these 2 corners, they must be double from the bottom all the way to the top and fitted into a single ring. Both shall be like that. So there will be 8 frames and 16 silver bases, 2 under each frame. Also make crossbars of acacia wood, 5 for the frames on one side of the tabernacle, 5 for those on the other side, and 5 for the frames on the west. And at the far end of the tabernacle, the center crossbar is to extend from end to end at the middle of the frames. Overlay the frames with gold and make gold ring to hold the crossbar. Also overlay the crossbars with gold. Set up the tabernacle according to the plans showed you on the mountain.
Make a curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen with cherubim woven into it by a skilled worker. Hang it with gold hooks on 4 posts of a cutting wood overlaid with gold and standing on 4 silver bases. Hang the curtain from the clouds and place the Ark of the Covenant law behind the curtain. The curtain will separate the holy place from the most holy place. Put the atonement cover on the Ark of the Covenant law in the most holy place. Place the table outside the curtain on the north side of the tabernacle and put the lampstand opposite it on the south side. For the entrance to the tent, make a curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn of finely twisted linen, the work of an embroiderer. Make gold hooks for this curtain and 5 posts of a cutting wood overlaid with gold, and cast 5 bronze bases for them.
Có người comment.
Are you reading the Bible? Yes, yes we are.